golf, yeah, I'm gonna go out and play some golf. My golf bag's full of the latest stuff. I'm gonna go out.
And welcome back to the Wicked Good Golf Show. I'm Steve Scott along with Jimmy the Bomber, Bombard Bomber. They got to be able to get in touch with us. We're going to have a drive campaign.
Yep.
Change your name. So in Bomber. We got to change Bomber's name. We can't have it being Bomber anymore. But get on our Facebook page.
It was okay for like 52 years, except for last week. Change things, yeah.
But Facebook
as
page,
it should. So.
Yes. Our Twitter account, Wicked Good Golf, as well as our homepage, wickedgoodgolf.com. You can also check out any of our past shows on YouTube, on our YouTube channel. Joining us for right now is somebody who I've known for what now about 4 years.
Yep.
Joe Brady from Clark University, and he's also the Clark University. Are you the tournament director of the high school of the Clark tournament?
I am.
The high school tournament. And Joe, you've come here because you want to talk about the Clark 75th anniversary of Clark tournament, which is such an integral part of Worcester, Central Massachusetts, everything else. But also you have a plea to people out there who represent the 37 towns of high schools who are eligible for the Clark tournament to get going on bringing a foursome to the golf tournament that you're going to have. Why is the Clark tournament, 75th anniversary? Speak to that first before we get there. Why? What is the purpose for the Clark tournament overall?
Yeah, thanks for having me. Good morning. It's 75 years of probably arguably the best high school basketball tournament in the country, and what we think is the longest standing tournament. And it was created primarily for scholarships for eligible kids in those 37 schools. So, it's a tournament that brings only small towns and small schools to Clark and play in a big time gym. 75 years ago it was played in the cafeteria, which is kind of an interesting kind of thing. But now it's had what we pride ourselves in at Clark, and our athletic department staff, and our men's basketball coach, Coach Phillips, and Kevin Anderson, our sports information director. We pride ourselves in making sure that it's a NCAA tournament feel for these high school kids.
It really is. You go to that tournament, and I've been fortunate enough to be at courtside a couple of times, and it is such an atmosphere that it rivals, when you get to district play.
Sure.
And you get to that, and that's the kind of feel that you wanted.
Yeah, when I've grown up in the area, and when I got to Clark and really kind of got deep into running the tournament, it's a little crazy at times when you hear coaches or players say, we want to win the Clark tournament, more than we want to win districts and go on to win a state championship.
You can't believe it, right?
And it's really true.
Now
and
you do.
I think,
Right.
now I really understand it. The media coverage, Charter TV3 has been with us now for 11 years, and to make the pregame shows, the postgame shows, the highlights. Last year's 10-year highlight show was you don't see that for high school sports, and then our primary reason is to provide as much scholarship dollars that we can for students that have already been accepted to Clark, that are coming to Clark, and we sit in June, and we don't know names, we just know need. And
so these aren't basketball players that are going to be getting these scholarships. These are high school kids from these particular towns
that are eligible. And they don't have to be playing in that tournament that year. Any eligible student that's coming to Clark, that from Auburn, Sutton, Northbridge, the like.
Now this is the 75th year, and you've done golf tournaments prior to that to help with probably raising money for the scholarships and everything else. But this is a little different. You decided to up the ante a little bit.
One of the things that we've prided ourselves over the last 10, 20 years, even longer, is we haven't raised our ticket prices. So you go to basketball gyms across the Central Mass, and it's expensive. And so we have kept our ticket prices low and reasonable for a family to come watch good high school basketball. So over the last 5 or 6 years, and maybe not every single year, we've had a golf tournament, and it's been small, but the numbers have been okay. And just to raise a little money to kind of keep our operating costs, help with our operating costs.
Sure.
And again, the driving force is to make sure that we can provide scholarship dollars every year. So this year, with the 75th anniversary, we're trying to do it pretty big. We have a celebration planned for February 8th at Wachusett Country Club, and in order to kind of help with that and just kind of kick off the kind of celebration, we decided to have a little bit bigger golf tournament.
Yeah.
And Leicester Country Club is the site, and 18 holes, shotgun, nice awards dinner afterwards, and we want to try to get as many players there as possible. And the best way we can see kicking this celebration off is to get a foursome from every school.
Yeah, there are 37 schools, as we said, who are eligible, and right now, you need some foursomes out there to play.
Yep.
Right. This is so important for really that scholarship 75th anniversary, all those things that you talked about. So, guys out there, I'm making a plea right now to you guys. If you hear us, you watch us, and you like what we do, get a foursome together on May 11, 2013, at Leicester Country Club. It's a 7:30 a.m. shotgun start. So if you love the game of basketball and you love the game of golf, this is a great way to be able to support one of the integral institutions of high school basketball in the city.
What would be great is guys that are out there that have won championships, get together and play golf. And what better way to celebrate, and just to get together. I mean, there's no better place or venue than golf and a golf tournament.
Right, it's $100 per person, which is reasonable. I mean, we played golf.
We played there last year.
We played there last year, and
for Seven Hills.
I mean,
we had a blast.
Yeah, it's a great
place.
It's
to
a
play.
great layout.
I won a tulip. Remember?
You did win a tulip last year. Yes,
I won a flower pot tulip.
That's it, Jimmy the Tulip Bombard.
That could be the new
Now
name. We did it.
Yes.
There you go.
But no, and hopefully, right now you don't have a great turnout. That you're saying, you have maybe 11, 12 foursomes,
I think something like that. Yeah.
And really, to make that work, I mean, we need 36 foursomes.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of work to be done. And how can they get in touch with you? Or
so they can do two different ways, or probably the best way would be to go on our ClarkAthletics.com site and get to the Clark Tournament webpage, Clark High School Tournament webpage, and off of that, and actually staring right at you in the first kind of story is a link to the golf tournament. There's an application and a contact for Jim Bergenholtz from former AD at Grafton, who is the chair of kind of the golf tournament committee.
Bergie.
Bergie, yeah, Bergie's great. Yeah.
So and there's some other guys that are on there. And Brad Monroe, our past president, is the chair of the 75th anniversary. So I mean, this is a collective effort. This is 75 years is a long time.
Sure, without a doubt.
Charter TV3 has already, agreed to put together a montage of stories and video, and they've already started working on interviews, and that is going to be a pretty special night for a lot of guys. I mean, there's a lot of people on that executive committee that have been around for a while. John Del Dorian, Vito, Brad Monroe, Bergie.
A ton of people, yeah.
It's a great group of guys, and we're looking forward to the next kind of 4 or 5 months.
And we're going to do our part to promote it. Joe, thanks for being on our show, and hopefully this will help and get everything.
Fill that up.
Definitely.
Yep.
And we're a Wicked Good Golf Show, guys. We got to get out of here. They're wrapping us up. As always, keep hitting them straight.